When you feel stress or anxiety, you feel it throughout your body, but it's really just a small part of your brain that says, things are not good, something's not right, I'm in danger, I need to move my feet, I need to do something different to get out of, to escape from this situation. And it causes different reactions in your body. It causes us to breathe faster, it causes our heart rate to accelerate, it causes our muscles to get ready to either fight or run away. It makes a lot of changes within our body, the whole core of our body. So today we're going to discuss some of these body upward interventions that we can do to help to calm down that part of our brain so that our whole body can relax, we can calm down, we can decrease stress. Today we're going to talk about breathing specifically. How to breathe in such a way that you're telling your body you can calm down. Because you're breathing in a way that you're telling your body you are not being chased by a bear. There's nothing out there. So you can breathe in certain ways to get your body's attention and then to calm it down. And then in the next video, we'll talk about tapping, which is a really interesting kind of intervention to activate the parasympathetic nervous system and help your body to relax as well. There's no doubt we live in a world with lots and lots of stress and anxiety just every day, just over the past 6 months, 12 months, throughout our years. I mean, we live in a real fast-paced, highly stressed kind of environment. So many of us deal with stress and anxiety that it can bring anyway. And then now we have this particular time where there is so much fear about the COVID virus and having to stay home and social distance and all of that, that the anxiety level for pretty much everybody has gone up a couple of notches. So if somebody was just hanging on up to this point, well, now it's kind of over the top. So we want to talk to you about some ways to calm your body down. And today, some bottom-up ways from breathing to calm your body down. Tomorrow, we'll talk about tapping to calm your body down. And then later, we'll talk about some cognitive interventions to calm your body and your brain down. But let's get started in talking about the breathing exercises. One of the things I really like about them is they're very portable. What I mean by that is in my practice, I use what is known as direct neurofeedback or low energy neurofeedback or microcurrent neurofeedback or whatever it's called. But there are only about 800 of us providers with this technology around the globe. It's very, very powerful for depression, ADHD, head injuries, and especially anxiety and stress. Very powerful for that. But it's not portable. You have to come to my office. You have to go to David Dubin's office in Beverly Hills. You have to see Len Oaks up in the Bay Area. It's not portable. You have to really make an effort to find a provider. These breathing exercises are things you can do every morning at noontime. You can do them in the evening. You can do them once you park your car in the car. You can do them at work and so on. So they're very portable. They're very powerful. And they're very relaxing. I think you'll like them. So to start, well, we're going to look at a couple of techniques here. And basically, the first thing is you want to get into a cave. You want to get into a room, a bedroom, or some other room where nobody is going to come and go boo when you're doing this. All right, it ruins the whole vibe of being able to relax. So you want to get into a place where your cat's not going to jump on you, your kids aren't going to jump on you when you're doing this. Close the door, lock the door if you need to, but you need 10, 15 minutes to just kind of chill in a safe environment. You have to cave up, or get in your cave. And then sit in a comfortable chair. This is not one, but it's what I've got. So sit in a comfortable chair and try to sit in a way that your knees, the backs of your knees, are not up against the seat, because that can change circulation in your legs and in your whole body. So leave a gap between the back of your knees and the seat. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sigh. You ever notice that when people sigh, that they're stressed? Something stressful just happened, something that they don't like just took place. They sigh. You do it. I do it. We sigh when something moderately stressful happens. Well, Dr. Felipe Santana was a teacher of mine 100 years ago, and he was working at UCLA neuropsych, and they were studying sighing and the impact that it has on the body and on the brain. So he taught us to start off the round of breathing exercises with a gigantic, enormous sigh. And so the idea is you're going to breathe in through your nose in short puffs, more, in, until you fill your lungs to capacity. And then you're going to hold it as long as you can. If you start sweating, it's fine. That we're trying to change blood gases. We're changing the way our body is experiencing things. You're going to hold it as long as you can. Then you're going to exhale out through your mouth in this enormous supercharged sigh. Exhale out of your mouth as hard as you can, as fast as you can, squeezing your chest and your belly button in as hard as you can as you exhale. And then just take a cleansing kinds of breath and recover. Now, when you exhale hard, one of the things you're doing is you're going to be stimulating the vagus nerve that we'll talk about a lot, and it will kind of tell that nerve to tell the brain we're okay. Plus all the other things that are happening. So I'm going to do it for you. It looks silly. I'm not going to ask you to do it for me. I'll do it for you. I'll show you what it looks like. And we'll start with the supercharged sigh. So there it is. Now I could have held my breath longer, but it occurred to me that you were watching me just sit there and probably getting bored. So I cut it short just a little bit. But that's the first thing. And I can feel it in my body. I can feel my hands tingle a little bit. And now my body is ready for part 2 of the breathing exercises. So that supercharged sigh, you can do in a lot of places. I would not do it in front of your boss or in a lot of work settings. I wouldn't do it in a classroom, because people will just laugh at you like you're doing at me, but it works. So when you start the morning, for example, with the gratitude exercises that we talked about, this is ideal to do then. And when you end your day celebrating the little victories that you had through the day, this is ideal to do then as well. And then throughout the day as needed. So that's the first part. Second part is just simply, we are going to breathe at a pace like this. In through your nose for the count of 4. Hold it in your chest and in your belly for the count of 4. Exhale through your mouth for the count of 6. Pause for a few seconds. Rinse and repeat. Do it again. And do it maybe a dozen times. Cycle through maybe a dozen times. And you can start to feel your body change as you do the breathing exercise. So, it's not hard, and it's pretty portable. And you can probably get away with doing that at work or at school. Now, it's the only breathing exercise that I've seen. I know those of you who do yoga classes or whatever are pretty familiar with it. Those of you who had been in the military are pretty familiar with it. But I've actually seen studies by psychiatrists out of New York City studying the impact of that pattern In for 4 through your nose, hold it for 4 in your chest and belly. Exhale for the count of 6 through your mouth. Pause for the count of 4. Do it again and again and again. They actually studied it and found significant physiological changes in the body, and the brain reacts to it. So those two kinds of breathing exercises can be extremely helpful at getting control of the brain that's starting to run amok when it has the stress and anxiety. So remember those two, very simple, very portable. You can take them with you, do them anywhere, and I would encourage you to do them twice a day, morning when you do your gratitude exercises, and in the evening when you recount the victories that you had throughout the day.